smallest you've ever had sex with? Oh my god, no one look at me, Cody Ko. I can say that. I was literally 17. I can say that.
I told a guy, I saw him making out with a girl at a party who was underage, and I pulled him aside and I was like, I know she looks a little older. She's underage. And then he turned that.
What's up with all of these huge celebrities and the overwhelming attraction towards minors? I don't understand. It's like whenever someone grows up and turns into celebrity status, a switch turns in their brains. Good heavens, I'm suddenly feeling like committing some crimes against humanity. I'm feeling romantical towards that toddler over there. You know what? I don't think I want to be famous anymore. I'm fine. But I digress. This yes queen, girl boss YouTuber D'Angelo Wallace made a great video covering the allegations made against Cody Ko by Tana Mongeau.
Tana Mongeau.
Listen, I'll be the first to say that I don't really vibe with D'Angelo, but I'll have to put my differences aside because this dude dropped a massive nuke that's almost at 1.6 million views at the time of recording. Hats off to this man who scoured all throughout the internet, went to the deepest, darkest pits of YouTube just to unearth practically lost media, just to get his point across.
Someone has been alleging for years now that you, one of the largest commentary creators on YouTube, knowingly committed a crime against her when she was a minor, but YouTubers and viewers alike are ignoring and discrediting these allegations solely because the person making them happens to be an unlikable woman online, Tana Mongeau.
This year has been crazy so far when it comes to big YouTubers having a particular knack for disrespecting the legal age of consent. Did the Minecraft YouTubers start infecting everyone else with the I like children disease? At this point in time, I'm afraid of children. Avoid them at all costs. Avoid them like the plague. A child gets close to me, I go, begone, I'd fight a crowd of 17-year-olds just so they wouldn't get near my no-no square.
We both know that Tana Mongeau is a YouTube personality with a history of lies, controversy, and genuinely problematic behavior.
Cody Ko has been making such a good job at covering this situation that until D'Angelo made a video about it, barely anyone knew that Cody disrespected the legal age of consent with a 17-year-old Tana Mongeau.
Tana Mongeau.
I don't care. Many factors can be attributed to why this secret has been covered so well. Cody Ko is a massive mainstream channel with a ton of loyal supporters and beloved in the community. Tana, on the other hand, is not. Tana is most known for faking her marriage with Jake Paul and making up ludicrous stories such as he fucked me with a toothbrush. Listen, Tana is not liked by the community. She's the boy who cried wolf one too many times. Unfortunately, now that she needs people to hear her story, no one cares. Gee, and I wonder whose fault is that? Regardless, Cody Ko did something that in my country we called illegal, and we have people in jail that have their rectums resized if other inmates find out that they did such atrocities.
Who's the smallest you've ever had sex with? Oh my god, no one look at me, Cody Ko. I can say that. I was literally 17. I can say that.
Oh, I saw this clip when it came out. What was I supposed to do with it? Yeah, so guys, Tana, the big fat liar, was with a toothbrush harder than the time I went to the doctor for a regular health check and the doctor was searching for my prostate, but he still had his two hands on my shoulders. The point I'm trying to make is that the commentary YouTubers can't do anything solely based on accusations, even less so when it's someone that no one likes accusing a beloved person. And now that D'Angelo did all of the work, I can talk about it. Yes, it takes tremendous bravery. I know. Please, one at a time. You can stop throwing roses. Regardless, Tana Mongeau was 17 at the time and Cody was 25. And it doesn't take a rocket scientist to know that 17 is not 18, therefore it's illegal. There are specific edge case scenarios like if it's a 17, 18 or 15, 17 that eventually turns into 17, 19, but they were 7-year-olds apart. Brother, looking back at how I was when I was 17, I was a toddler and my decision making was terrible. I wish that my parents had chosen what college degree for me to take instead of taking such a dumb and stupid bachelor's degree that's practically useless. So yes, 17-year-olds have terrible decision-making skills. Not to send shade towards my underage audience. I love my underage bros.
What do you mean by that?
Okay, not like that, but 25-year-olds should know better not to mess with children.
I hooked up with Cody Ko when I was 17 and he was 25.
Now it's when the allegations start to get spicy. The cat's out of the bag now. Tana continues to allege that Cody Ko had a freaky dicky with her when she was a minor on different podcasts and Cody was aware of her age. But wait, here's the twist. There's a witness, an outside trusted source.
There was a situation with Gabby Hanna at a Playlist Live where she pulled him aside and told him like, yo, she's 17, and then we still went and hooked up.
According to D'Angelo, Playlist Live was an event that took place in Florida. Can you guess the legal age of consent in Florida? Ding ding ding! It's 18, which makes this statutory rape. Okay, but shifter, in 34 out of 50 states, the legal age of consent is 16-year-old. Well then, Cody should have chosen to do it in the other states where it was legal. Nonetheless, it doesn't take you long to have a conversation with a minor and realize how bad their decision making is compared to a 25-year-old man who had 7 more years to make mistakes, learn from them, and know better. Brother, Dr. Disrespect had sexual conversations with a minor and he had it far worse. I get it why there are people trying to apologize for Cody Ko, but let's call spade a spade. According to the law, it was illegal, a crime, straight to jail to meet his new daddy, certified lover boy of 12-inch Jerome. The same way when I'm going 120 miles per hour on the highway, it's illegal. Dr. Disrespecting the legal age of consent is also illegal. She could be 17 years, 355 days old. Still a minor! Just wait for her to turn 18. It's still weird, but at least then it have grounds to stand on.
You know that Tana has been making this same specific claim against you for years now. Here she is back in 2021 saying the same thing.
I was 17 at the time, 18. I started kind of hooking up with other people. Shout out JC Kalen, shout out Cody Ko.
But what lends the most credibility to Tana's claims, and what is really the most damning thing for you, Cody, is a clip that you might not have even seen yet.
Tana was also caught saying the exact same thing years ago, so the allegations are nothing new, but the truth is like water in oil. No matter how you stir, scramble or shake it, like oil, the truth will eventually surface. Now if it weren't for the next clip, I don't think I'd be making this video. I'd be probably talking about some other random ass topic. But remember when Tana said that Cody Ko knew her age because Gabby Hanna told him? Well, D'Angelo must have watched way too much Dora the Explorer back in his infancy, because he decided to search deep into it. And search deep into it he did. This dude found such an ancient piece of evidence that he should be labeled as an archaeologist, practically an artifact at this point.
Remember how Tana said that fellow YouTuber Gabby Hanna tried to stop you before everything allegedly went down? Well, did you know that Gabby is actually on record telling the exact same story several years ago?
One time, I told a guy, I saw him making out with a girl at a party who was underage, and I pulled him aside and I was like, hey man, you probably don't know, I know she like looks a little older, she's underage, watch it. And he's like, oh my God, thank you for telling me. And then he turned that.
The missing piece of the puzzle, the straw that broke the camel's back. I have no idea how D'Angelo managed to find such an ancient artifact, but it's off to him that he did. As I said in the beginning of the video, this girl boss, nails emoji, sparkling emoji, nail polish emoji is not my type of content, but absolutely tremendous find. Tana is not a reputable enough source, given that she's been lying and tangled in so many controversies her entire career. No, it's not misogyny, it's not rape apologies, it's the boy who cried wolf one too many times. Katie Bugs received a massive amount of support when she accused George Not Fond of essay. What do you mean? I was freshly 18. He grabbed my boba. Turns out she was lying so much, in fact, that she ended up deleting all of her socials. Shebel also received tremendous amounts of support after she exposed Wilbur Soot for being a biter. Give me your arm, bitch, I'ma chomp on it. And she was telling the truth. My point is that people are trusted based on their reputation. You can't blame it on misogyny when someone spends their entire life lying, eventually says something true, but no one believes it. No shit, Sherlock. I wonder why would that be? Do I really need to bring out the expert from Pawn Stars to explain? Anyway, this archaeological artifact that D'Angelo found was enough to turn the allegations into something way more serious. Tana made allegations. She also had a witness. That same witness was found to corroborate that exact same story, word for word, years ago, even before this entire mess came out.
I have seen so many comments, but what was she wearing? It's Tana, so who cares? Well, it's Tana Mongeau.
Demanding proof that they know she can't provide, acting like she's only doing this to gain clout or ruin you somehow, despite the fact that she's never once put your name in a video title over this. Or worst of all, implying implying that a 17-year-old could have truly consented to any of this.
And that's the same reason why multiple other commentary YouTubers refuse to talk about the situation up until now. Cody has a massive fan base of fans who'll follow him to hell and back. And Tana's reputation is more in shambles than a smartphone after one video session with Jerry Riggs everything.
Tana's further claims make it sound like you're terrified.
I said something about it online and it was starting to surface. And he texted me like, are we good? And was like, I said, yeah. And like, he was like,
To further prove the claims made by Tana, she alleged Cody to have kept in contact while at the same time staying silent on the internet. Now, I think that Cody has addressed this on his Patreon only to his most loyal fans, but the silence is deafening. He refuses to speak publicly on the situation. Not that he needs to, but incriminates him a little more given that he's speaking with Tana while at the same time trying to avoid the homecoming bullet. I mean, a lot of people are starting to talk about it, so I guess that it's only a matter of time before he also speaks out. This fire can no longer be extinguished.
But now your cowardice has reached a new low. You've tried speaking and you've tried silence, and now you're choosing censorship. On your YouTube channel, where you've been pumping out content nearly every day now, I couldn't find a single comment on your last video about this situation. Not even one. Comparing that to the comment section on your Instagram, where every single comment I saw was about this, it's clear that you're heavily censoring your audience on YouTube. But surely you must have realized the limits by now, since people have just transferred the conversation over to your wife's channel. The fact that her comment section is overrun due to your decision to stay silent about this should be all the proof you need that that decision was wrong.
To make matters worse, he's been suppressing comments talking about Tana, and this was all happening under my radar. Just when I thought it couldn't get any worse, it did! Cody was caught 8K with his pants down. So it's one thing not wanting to talk about the situation, it's a little bit worse when you're trying to silence that same person in the background, but it's an entire different can of worms when you're proven to be suppressing comments about it, trying to dodge a bullet at all costs. It's inevitable, unavoidable. I won't be surprised if Cody doesn't talk about it in these next couple of days. The evidence as it stands, it's pretty damning. Let's see what Cody has to say though, but it's not looking good for him. And to my fans, because I don't think that Cody's fans have reached this far into the video, if you like me and one day I mess up and do a big oopsie, you need to call me out on my bullshit. Shifter, what you did was bad, don't do it ever again. I won't hold a grudge against you. It's the mistakes that make people grow, not dodging them. If you truly like someone, don't support them blindly. You need to call them out on their bullshit in order to help them grow as a person. I welcome it. Please, feel free to drop your opinion down below. It was not a suggestion. I'm a normal person. I'm only bound to make mistakes at one point or another. You're not obliged to support me blindly, nor will it make you a bad person if you find out that I was fucking up and making some bad choices in real life. Doesn't matter if you're an hardcore fan or not, you should absolutely call me out on my behavior. I truly think that Cody can be a changed man. He's a married man with a child now, but hiding, suppressing comments, and refusing to talk about it won't cut it anymore. Let's see what he ends up saying about the situation. I'll be here regardless, probably covering his response as well. But if he ends up apologizing, if the allegations are true, please, just please, don't do it on a grey couch with a ukulele, your child and a dog. Please, don't do it. Just copy the Manny Show's apology, if it's true.